Hello everybody and welcome back to Factory Outlet Simulator. I think it's been about a week and a half since our last video on this, so we're back for another day. Between episodes I've done a couple of wholesales and we're running another one now. This one is about $140,000 I think. So it's pretty good money we're going to be earning. So we're going to finish that off. In fact, we've made all of the things, I believe. Well, I have made. Yeah, everything's made in here. But let's get some lights on, shall we? We're all standing here in the dark. That's interesting. I can turn things on. Turn things on without opening the door there. Yeah, I think everything's made. It's all on the shelf, so we can just drive down and do it. And then we'll crack on with today's episode. There has been an update between the videos, because of course there has. Only a smaller one this time, though. Mostly bug fixes. And we now have a train to drop stuff off. So you see this sign here. One here, it says train that way. So down there we have the train line, so just on straight ahead there is the train. So we'll drop this off at the ship and then I'll show you that when it's a bit more daylight so we can have a proper look at it. We'll do an order down there later. Yeah, so we've got 3 locations now to drop our wholesale stuff at. At the moment, the wholesales all pretty much operate the same. In fact, they all operate the same. I don't think there's any difference, particularly in value of goods, whether it goes on the ship, the plane, or the train. I don't know if that will change one day with the economy. I would assume it will. Otherwise, there's not really much point having so many different places, other than variety reasons, to drop things off at. So maybe it's... I don't know, maybe one day you'll start off with the train, then you'll unlock the ship, and then maybe you'll unlock the plane. Maybe that would be a good way of doing it. Or certain things have to go to certain places. I don't know. Or maybe it'll just be a variety thing. Okay, $142,530. That is a good way to start the episode, isn't it? We're nearly up to the $500,000 mark now. I think we will, with the wholesale the way it currently is, I think we'll be millionaires sooner rather than later. Now day is breaking. We'll go and have a look at the train, and then we'll get back to the store, because I think we've got full stock of everything. We can open. I want to do the expansion to get the new changing rooms, which has been holding us back, so we'll get that. External camera. Yeah, so this is the train yard. So same thing. I've already purchased the cell zone. I did a wholesale to pay for it, so I've already done that. So we can just come in here like we do everywhere else and sell things. So really, the only difference is there's a train that will be parked over there rather than a ship or a plane. Really, that's literally the only difference. Yeah, and as I say, the rest of the update I think was generally just bug fixes and maybe a couple of economy things. That was generally it. I know there is a planned for maybe the next update, or coming soon at least, the ability to sell our own designs wholesale as well, which would be nice. I would imagine they're going to be quite a money spinner as well, because our own designs can be... Well, maybe not, actually. Maybe as we level up, maybe they will become better. I don't know. Let's open up, because we have got full stock in here. We can now have a second cashier as well. I think we have... was his name Bobby? Let's have a look. Employees. Benny. Benny checkout. So we can have... That's it. Bobby Boxme, I was getting confused with. So we've got Benny checkout. So we can have a second cashier. So I could occasionally hire Benny as like a relief cashier. So when I don't want to do it, I can hire Benny and then we can fire him. He'll be working on more of a flexible contract rather than Jim, who's always here. Benny will be here part-time, I think. He'll be a part-time employee as and when we need him. But that's good. I'm glad he's here now, because that solves my issue of not being able to either close this thing or having to work here all the time. $10 to change. Thank you very much. You want $1.60. That's the wrong one. $1.60. There we go. No, that's wrong. I just gave away loads of money. I am so out of practice. So out of practice. Because I've been playing, not that I've been doing much behind the till, but because I've been playing Motel Manager Simulator, you don't really do anything there. You just click it to scan it and that's it. You don't give any change. You don't do anything like that. So I've had about a week and a half, maybe a little bit more between me making videos on this. Probably closer to 2 weeks, actually. So then coming back into it and then having to work out how to do the change again. It's a bit like coming back to work after you've been on holiday and everything's just like not where you remember it. And you have to try and get back into the swing of it. It's exactly the same thing. All right, $41. But yeah, so the updates going forwards, I believe, are going to be more feature-based. I think most of the bug fixes have been done, really. So it's just economy changing and feature releases. So I imagine they're going to get slightly further apart now. So updates will probably become more monthly or maybe a little bit more than that rather than what has been like 2 or 3 a week up to this point. So like we've got a thief in store. You can see somebody's just fallen over there and she's walking out. There we go. So that must be dealt with. What do you want? 470 change. 470 change. Thank you. So what I think I'm going to do with this game though is I think we'll do this episode, maybe one more. $5 change. Thank you. Just why we've got some more stuff to do that I want to do before we get to a point where I can leave it. And then we'll probably put it on like, we've got another thief. Taking control of. Yeah, we'll get it to a place where I can leave it. So like a mid-series break, really. And then we'll probably leave it for a month. In that time, I would imagine some more updates will come out, some more features and stuff like that we can take a look at. And then we'll pick it up from then. I don't want to get into the same position I got into with Supermarket Simulator, where I basically finished, well, I did finish the game before the features have come out, so then we have to start an entire new playthrough again, which is fine, but with this game, I think we're in more of a position where we can break away from it and then come back, rather than just rinse all the features to the end. So all we've got really is licenses. That's all we need to do. We've basically maxed the game out already. And we're earning money like crazy as well, which is changing, by the way. That is going to be tweaked. Wholesale is going to be less profitable in the future. So, yeah, I think we'll probably do 1, maybe 2 more episodes on this for now. Then take a mid-series break. Come back. We'll already have the store like this, and then we can take advantage of the new features and test them out and have fun with them, rather than having to start all over again. So I'll probably go down that road. But I don't think it'll be much of a break, to be honest. I think it'll be 2 months maximum. Maybe not even that. But you probably won't even realize it's a break from the channel. The way the developer's been going with this game, you probably won't even think that you've even missed any time between episodes. But yeah, I think we'll do 1 more after this. And then we'll see. 45.50, thank you. Okay, right. How are we looking for stock? We were fully stocked at the beginning of the day. Still looks fairly good. Stock doesn't like just go down in one day, I don't think. It's not quite like other games like this where people buy like 12 items. They generally just buy 2 or 3, I would say. That's sort of their maximum. So you don't run out of stock all in one go, which is nice. 8.10, thank you. I think what we'll do is we'll get to the end of the day, and when we close, I'll do the expansion. We'll probably have to shift some stuff around over there. Then we'll get the extra changing rooms, because it is a factor again today. Look, there's so many people just standing around doing nothing, and they're all waiting to get in the changing rooms. So it just hampers the amount of customers you can serve in a day if you don't keep on top of that. Because there are so many people just stood around. I think one of our restockers has got stuck again as well. Look, there he is. Oh, I think we need to change the genes as well, because that happened in the last episode. I think it was the last one or the one before. They do eventually free themselves. You watch them for long enough, they do eventually free themselves. But it takes them quite a long time to free themselves. So I think it always seems to be just there as well. So I think I'm going to have to either turn the genes around or remove them. I think we'll start by turning them around. Can we do that now? Because he also needs a break. Look, he's very, very tired. This walking... Even the customers are doing it. What are they all doing? They're like bees around my genes. What are they doing? So this does not work then. So pathing must go straight through here somewhere. If I move this... Yeah, that's freed everybody. So they do not like that. But why don't they just walk around the edge? Why does the pathing take them through and not round? Okay, well, we'll change this around. It seems to be like a congregation point where everybody just comes. Will people stop walking through, please? I'm trying to... Now we're inside somebody's head. I have teeth and eyeballs in my face. Will people stop moving? Every time they walk through my... Okay, we'll just have to leave this in the middle of the floor. Every time I'm trying to place it or move it around, as soon as somebody walks through it, it spins it round. Nightmare. I have no idea which customer it was we've now seen the inside of, but not the experience I thought we'd have today. £100 or $100.40. Thank you. Shame it's not £100, it's worth more. Right. We're at the end of the day, aren't we? I'm going to go and close the store. Just in case I forget in the morning or something, or in the middle of something, and I don't want customers in just yet. For some reason I can't click the... There we go. That was weird. I couldn't actually get down here. What do we want? $2.80 change. Thank you. You couldn't find an Adidas red t-shirt? It's not a surprise, we don't sell them. They really like you to sell everything, don't they? Which I guess we will do one day. When we get to maximum size, I guess you will probably start selling everything. We've just kind of gone down the road of big ticket items and stocking what we want, really. I hope one day there's more variety of colours as well of the licensed goods. 320. Be nice to have some different colours to look at. Or different designs, even. Because they all just say the name of them. All the licensed products, all they do is just say the name of the license on the shirt itself. That could be different. You can get some sort of random design, maybe. And maybe different season items as well would be good. So, you get last year's stock we could sell off in a sale because there's a new version out or something that people want. And all of that stuff may well come as well, which is a really nice thing to think that that stuff sort of could come. $12.60, thank you. I don't think we got 1, 2, 3, 4 customers. Not going to have much time between now and morning, are we? It's another one to us. Yeah, so it's midnight already. So we definitely better change rooms. This will be a good test, actually, then. So we opened, what did we open, like 6:30 or something like that? Straight away, didn't we, this morning? And it's taken us till midnight to work our way through everybody. So this is a good test now of how well having extra changing rooms works. So if we expand the store, where are we? We've done all of those. This one here. If we give it a... How many more expansions have we got? Not that many more, actually. I think we could afford... think we can pretty much afford this, couldn't we? We could actually go maximum expansion, couldn't we? Don't need to, but we could. Because we've got so much money. Ridiculous the amount of money we have. Let's just do the one for now. I might do that, actually. We just don't need that big of a store right now. And that has... It's going back the other way now, isn't it? Oh, it's going back the other way. I was thinking that's strange. We've now got an area behind the... And a second door. And a second door. Oh, I was not expecting the second door. Okay, so we're now heading this way instead of always that way. What a bizarre... Like, I really wish you could choose which way around you want to go. So we can have all the shoes down here then. You know when I said there might be 1 or 2 more episodes of this, then we might take a little bit of a break while some more updates come in for a few weeks? Maybe not, because we've actually got quite a lot to do. We'll see how we go. So if we put shoes... I might get... You know what, I'm going to get the next... I'm going to get the next round of expansion as well. I mean, we could go maximum, couldn't we? But there's just no point at the moment. And let's see what that's done. What has that done? That's taken that wall down as well. Okay. Let's leave it like that for now. We'll need some more lights down here as well. Okay, so there's a lot to do then, isn't there, at the moment? A lot to do. I don't think we're going to be opening today. So this could be the shoe end. How close is that now to the end? What do you think? That's got 1 or 2 more expansions? You know what? I'm going to expand. I know it's probably going to take out the far wall now. It's probably going to go the other way. If we can get that to its full length, then everything we put there can stay there forever. It doesn't need to be shifted around anymore. Let's do these. So we've got a couple of expansions still to do. I mean, we could just do them, couldn't we? We could just have the maximum store. Should we do it? We might. Let's just do it. I know we're going to have a huge store now. That's just completely unnecessary. But when you've got so much money, why not? We might as well just do it. We now know the full scope of what we have here. It is a big store now. It's huge. It's going to be slightly cut off because we just don't need all of that space, but I think we're just going to go with this. Well, we are now. We've already got it. But we're not going to use it all. So we've got a third door over here. We're not going to use all of the store. Doesn't it look weird when you come over here, you've got all this store? How strange it looks, because that was the old store, and now you've just got all of this. We've got at least twice the space now. This is going to take some doing. So this episode is completely different to us expecting it to be. But shoes can now go against this wall, and they're never going to have to move again. Well, nothing is. Wherever we place it, we're not going to have to move it more than once. I think what I'm going to do is probably scratch what I said at the beginning of this episode, where I said there might only be 1 or 2 more episodes, and then we'll take a mini-series break. We still will take a mini-series break, but I think it's going to be probably in more like 3 episodes' time. Once we've got everything laid out, and then we'll take a small break whilst some more updates come in, and then we'll get the rest of the licenses and finish off when we've got different features. But yeah, I think that's going to be like 3 episodes. So ignore what I said. I don't think that's going to happen now. What I'm going to do... Oh, what are you having? Some water? I'm going to take a wholesale. I want to show you the trade. Not that it's any different. That is, oh, that's perfect. Perfect. It's nearly $200,000, and it's rail, which will take some blue Gucci shoes. I think we'll probably need to buy some stuff for that. Now, from memory, they take rubber. So we're going to need, let's might as well get another 100 rubber. They take probably coloured fabric, I would imagine. Get another 100 of that. Probably black thread. I can't really, could be white thread. I'm not 100% sure. Let's grab those. Go to a machine. because this is the only way you can tell. And we'll have a look at making some. Where are they? Blue. So white thread, coloured fabric, advanced pattern paper. So we need white thread and advanced pattern paper. So white thread. We'll get another couple of hundred of those. Advanced pattern paper. Might as well grab another 200 of those as well. Since we're going to be rolling in it anyway, aren't we? So why not? And then we shall get you to work on those. By the time these are done, we'll probably be rearranged. So we want 157 of those, please. Go. Okay, well, they're going to take care of all of that. They'll load up. We've got up here. You want shifting over here somewhere, so they can be restocked. Right, so they'll load up all of these. And while that's going on in there, we'll come back in here and think about what we're going to do layout-wise now in here. What are we going to do? So I think shoes on the far wall, but... Layout has changed dramatically here, hasn't it? Because if we put the shoes all the way over here, it's a mile away for the customers to walk all the way down there. You imagine walking all the way down there just to pay. We could do maybe the second checkout needs to be over this end of the store then. So I don't think we can have the checkouts together. We'll see. I think we will have shoes against this wall though. So we'll have this as the shoe wall as before. Obviously it can be... Oh, it's going to take them forever to restock things, isn't it? This episode has really gone differently to what I was planning. So my plan was just to expand a little bit, because then we'd have some room for changing rooms, which we will. I think I'll put the changing rooms in the middle of the shop, actually. I think we'll have like a massive changing room area in the middle. Is that not lining up there? There we go. There we go. So we could do with some more... If we're going to have shoe wall, then I guess we could do with some more, couldn't we? So, do you think we'll get another 1 or another 2 in there? Probably another 1. That would take it to about here somewhere. So yeah, another 1. Have another 1 of shoe wall. So I'll grab another one of those now. Which ones are they? They are shoe rack. I'll have another one of those for now. Need to get some lights and stuff, but we'll see how we go. Do that later. Could do with some signs for this end of the shop as well, though. It's great having our sign above us there with all the lights and stuff, but why isn't it all over the other side as well? Like over these doors. Left the gap. I really wish this would snap in place. Oh, left the gap again. Yeah, if the developer's watching this, please make these snap together so it's just easy to get things lined up exact how you want them. Close enough. Kind of the same gap in every single one now. Maybe slightly bigger. Is it slightly bigger? I think, well, it is, but we'll leave it, I think. Close enough. We can adjust it later. Right, so that's the shoe wall taken care of. Our own design of t-shirts, I guess, could go along. We could keep them over in that sort of corner, but bring them along the wall now. We'll kind of keep the same design of store, but that can just about squeeze in here, can't it? Even though it's, you have to glitch it through a little bit, but it kind of looked all right, so we shall do it again. There we go. It looks all right. You don't really notice that it's glitched through the wall. I guess you would if you went outside, but we're not going outside. We're staying in. Not that things need to be this cramped anymore, though, do they? That's the thing. They don't technically need to be rammed together the same way, because we've got almost too much room now. Almost too much. Now we can turn these around because these have been the wrong way around. Because I had them the right way around when we first put it down, but then I turned it round because my logo is on the back of the bag. So I got confused. So that's why people have been walking outside, I think, to fetch stuff. The bags can go there because that's going to be t-shirt. That's going to be our designs of t-shirt, probably down to about here somewhere at some point, because that's kind of like the main thing to do in the game now, is create all of your own stuff, isn't it? So we don't need the bags over there anymore, so we'll leave them there somewhere in the middle. I think we'll move the changing area, or we could keep the changing area this end. We could keep our tills over here, have the shop going all the way, have the tills over here and the changing rooms, have this as like tills and changing area. Then when you come here, because all they do is they come over here, get changed, and then they come to the till anyway. I don't think they go back and put stuff back on the rack or anything. But we could keep changing rooms over this end. I think we'll do that. I think we will do that, and we'll have all of our stock that end of the store, and we'll have all of our changing rooms and tills over this end, with maybe just like a couple of little bits here and there, like smart washers and stuff like that dotted around. So we'll move some jeans. I guess this solves our jean issue with people not walking around them. So maybe on... And do we have them that way so they can walk down them? Or do you think they're going to get stuck again if we have them this way? And leave more of a gap, I suppose. I'll trial it. I'll trial it. We'll see. I think I've left a bit more gap than before. And if we leave a bit more gap this way as well, hopefully they won't all start getting stuck again. Really do need to bring some lights this way though, because I can't see that much at the moment. Let's... should we steal some lights? Yeah, let's steal some lights. I think we'll have these. Along the outer edge. Again. Let's just put it up there for now like that. Yeah. I think we'll do that, and then we'll have more of the circular lights dotted around the middle, and we'll have these ones around the edge like before. I think it just creates a better light. I think these are more designed, almost certain they're more designed, to sort of go like that. So you would have them pointing at your stock. I mean, we could do that. That lights up pretty well, actually. Better than I remember it doing, actually. If you get the right distance away, It just creates a lot of shadows. That's why I didn't do it like this in the first place. You see the shadows over the shirt, so you need a lot of them like this. Whereas if you do them this way, the store kind of gets... I feel like it lights up better, even though they're all in the shadows. I feel like it just generally lights the store better. I'm not sure. Not sure what to do now. Whether to just have these kind of like that. Because we probably need less of them. If we did them in that kind of design, we probably would need less lights. I think we'll try that, actually. Because I think that's what they're designed more to do. But when we first started having them, it just created an odd amount of shadows in the store. Just because you can't change how the lights are, so although they point in kind of all directions, they don't really, I don't think. It sort of focuses the light dead center, and then it gets very shadowy about here. It starts to get dark. That's why I did what I did before, but they were a pain to line up, so if this works, this would be much easier. I mean, it certainly has lit the area. It's not too bad, actually. It's not too bad. I think we'll probably will go with something like that. Just keep lighting the walls, and then in the center, so we'll have like a massive oval of spotlights, and then in the center we can have the other ones, the circle ones. How are we doing for this? The filled 1 rack, 2 racks. We should have enough racks here. I've bought an extra... I think I've bought an extra 1 or an extra 2, but we can get... We should be able to get the entire order on those. I don't know what they're going to do with the wholesale. When I read that, and they said that the that's going to change. I think it's going to be a good thing, because... I mean, I don't want to complain, but it is a bit easy to make money. Let's be honest. And what else? I mean, we've now got the full... I know we are level 80, so... There is something to that, but... You know when you've kind of... got more money than you need, which is now? I think that sometimes hampers the wish to keep on playing sometimes. You can design your store and what have you, but you know, if you can just pump out 4 wholesales and then have enough money to retire, you know, who's going to keep the shop open, really? If it was real life, you wouldn't. So I think it does need tweaking a bit. Okay, do you think there's enough room there? I think we've left a massive gap this time between all of our jeans. Hopefully they won't get... Yeah, they shouldn't struggle. If they do, we'll have to change it round in the future, but they shouldn't. So I'm going to go to about here with it, and then we'll do another section, but we haven't got the stuff for that yet. That'll come next time, or after a series break or something. Okay, how many more G's have we got? Just got a couple of, like, end ones, haven't we? probably will make use of this wall as well, actually. So we could have... We could have all the, like a load of smaller ones down that wall. We could do that. It does make it a bit tight. This gap a little bit tight, which I'd be a bit concerned with the restockers and the customers, as it turns out. So if we do that, they might be able to get through a bit better. Yeah, we could do that wall as jeans as well. It'd be nice if you could do not on racks like that. If you could have jeans also on these as well. Like if you could just fold jeans and have them on here as well. That would be quite nice. Okay, so what should we move now then? So that's... So the jeans, I think the jeans are going to go to this point in the wall. Our designs are going to go all the way down the back wall. And so I guess starting here, after that doorway, we can start having all of the licensed stuff. So all of this is going to be licensed t-shirts. So we'll move that over a bit. Sounds like that has finished, doesn't it? Yep, I think that's all done. That is all done. So let's head to the train and go and print some money. There is the train. As I say, it's exactly the same process as the others. What I'll do is we'll auto-load a few. I think this just works exactly the same. Yeah, it just goes up straight in there and falls into that to there. Sort of, well, actually, it kind of goes into its own little... Where does that go then? It sort of carried on going, didn't it? But yeah, it just goes to the train. It's exactly the same as all the others. As I said, I don't know if one day this will be different or whether they are just going to be different selling points. There we go, $187,970. We're back up to not far off where we were before doing all of that expansion. So all that expansion we've done has now been paid for whilst we've been moving stuff around. As easy as that. That's what I mean. It is like printing money, basically. Wholesale now, when you get into the higher levels, is just printing money. That's all it is. And because of this auto-loading system, which is very, very nice to use, you don't really need to buy... I mean, we could purchase the big lorry or the van or something and take more stuff. But because it's auto-load and you can auto-load at the place, you don't... If you had to keep coming back, I'd be more tempted to buy the van. There's just no need to buy the van because you can auto-load wherever you are. So at the moment, I think that needs tweaking as well, because there's just no need to buy the other vehicles. Unless, I don't know. If you don't play it that way, I suppose, if you don't wish to auto-load, then yes. But otherwise, I don't think there's a need for the other vehicles. That might need a tweak as well. It all depends how you play the game yourself. I think we'll leave gaps now. So before, we kind of just stacked everything touching. I might do a couple touching in the middle, but we'll leave a few gaps for people to walk through, because otherwise you have to walk round everywhere, or they'll try and walk through it and get stuck. So we'll let these ones all touch, but then we'll change it. Are that lined up? Not quite. Not quite. No. So you have to be slightly off the side, don't you? That's it. There we go. Or nearly. You have to be slightly offline, and then it falls in line. From memory. Not quite, but it's close. I really wish there was snapping. I really do. There we go. It's not too bad. So we'll let those two touch, then we'll take a gap, and then we'll have the next one. So we'll create a little gap. And we'll have these next two touching maybe. A little bit better now, we can see. And then we'll move this one. Little gap maybe. Depends whether we want to go to the wall or not, doesn't it? I'll leave the gap. It's just going to get us not quite to the wall. That's not too bad, actually, because you can still walk by it. That's okay. That's not too bad. So that's the first sort of row done. Should we put another one up this end then? So we've gone 2 gap, 2 gap, 2 gap, and then we've got 1. So do you think we should put another 1 here? If we just move this one up slightly. Squeeze this one in. Doesn't give you much room, but you've got room to walk through. There's a bigger space dead center, so you can walk. That's more, so you can just walk through the center of the shop. I think that looks a little bit better. Yeah, that's better aesthetically. I think we'll keep that a bit tight around here, but that's fine. We'll keep that plant there, though, I think. Just move it over slightly. Maybe slightly that way. You can walk around if you need to. Right. So that's them taken care of. We will get more, obviously, to fill this space, because we'll have all of that as sort of branded t-shirts. So then we've got... Let's move some of this stuff out of the way. So we've got some more t-shirts here, which I'm not entirely sure. Probably against this back wall, actually. Then we're going to move some of these things. I'm going to get the changing room sorted before we finish. Why can't I pick that up? There we go. Move that out of the way as well. So let's move all of this. Okay, so we've got changing rooms there. Now, we could make just like an entire row of changing rooms, couldn't we? Is that going to look a bit odd, though? Not odd, but it's kind of what happens in real life, but you would have it like behind a door or something, wouldn't you? We'll try it. How many have we got here? 1, 2, 3. Are these doubles? Yes, they are. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we buy another 5 and see what kind of design we can do. Buy 5 of those. New invoices have been created. Better go and have a look at those. Oh, we've got some income tax to pay. Invoices. We do indeed. Ooh, nearly $8,000 of income tax. 1368 of electricity. And a pretty pointless carbon emissions tax of $6, which is meaningless to us. Got that big corporation feel about us now, where the fines for your carbon emissions are basically just nothing to you. Okay, so what should we do then? I don't want it to feel like just a white box in the corner of the room. I want it to look good. So maybe by leaving it slightly more open. I know this is kind of wasting space. We might get a bit of a better feel for it. So the next question is 10 enough? So we've basically got 20 changing rooms. I mean, surely that's going to be enough. How many people are going to need them at one time? Not every customer uses them. That's not too bad, actually. That's not too bad. I think we'll get one more, maybe. Maybe move this one slightly over. Might keep that one there. Then have something else there or another. Can we get one in there, do you think? Or one fit just there? Is it worth doing? Find out before we buy one. Yes, actually, I think it is. So if we do that, I think actually the box idea I originally had, I think is the way to go. But having it double wide is better. Just feels more open. So if that one starts from there, so yeah, it's touching, isn't it? So let's have it touching here as well. Yeah, that's not as bad as I thought. So if they're moved back a little bit, and then we can put some stuff in the center as well. So we could even put some plants or some seats or something. I think that will actually look okay. So that's, I've left a gap there, didn't I? Maybe I should leave a slight gap. Yeah, that looks better, doesn't it? Just a slight gap looks better. I can go over there. That needs to shift somewhere. Line all of these up together. Bit annoying that you can walk through them. You end up just finding yourself in one of them. You're trying to line stuff up. Okay, so I think if we get another, what was that, 2 more? If we get another 2 more, probably don't need that many, but if we get another 2 more, that area will be complete then. And I think we will call it there for today, and then we'll carry on with this next time. So if we'll get a couple more of those. Now, this has not been the episode I had in mind at all. It very rarely goes that way. Or goes as I planned, is what I'm trying to say. Very rarely happens anyway. But this time it really was not on the radar at all. As I said earlier, I'm thinking about having a mid-series break. And I thought, well, we'll do this one. Maybe we'll do one more if we're in the middle of something. Which as it turns out we are. And then we'll take a little break, which we still will. I still think that's the way to go, because I don't think at the moment... Like, we could just get all the licenses and finish the game, but I kind of want to... I feel like some of the features are just around the corner, and some of the economy tweaks and stuff like that, I think are just around the corner. I have faith in the developer that they are probably, you know, within a month or so of release. So with them being so close, that's why I was thinking of having the mid-series break. So I still will do that, but I think in the next video we'll finish off the store, sort of moving our current stuff around, and then we'll see where we are. We might, after that, take a break and then come back in about a month. We'll get all the rest of the licenses and finish the game with any features that have been released at that point. But I think we've done quite well today, actually. I am actually glad we expanded the store all of the way. It's a shame we don't have our little cutout in the wall anymore. I was a big fan of that, and now we don't have it. But yeah, I think this will work quite well. So next time, we'll put some stuff down here. We'll decorate this sort of area, make it look nice. Move those signs as well. And then we'll get all of this stuff where it needs to be, and then we'll see where we are at the end of that one. So that will do us then. So I'm going to have my lunch and sit here. And if you have enjoyed this video, make sure you leave it a like. Consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. And I will see you for another video very soon.